Hey monkeys, it's Nadir. I saw Sevlet's post on the forum about UIs and I wanted to post a screenshot, but realized that it doesn't really show what I like most about my UI, so I'm doing a video. Basically just going to go through the list of important add-ons and show how I have them set up. Um, but before I do that, I'll just say that I kind of like a minimal layout with the important stuff sort of in the middle area here. And as you kind of go out to the edges, it gets less important. So out of combat, there's not really much going on at all. If I select a target, I get this add-on called Underhood, which is a HUD add-on, except it's really configurable. You can kind of make these little building blocks and set them up how you like. So I've done it this way with myself and my target on the right. I've got my pet down here and my target of target. And one thing I like about this add-on is that you can put the mana that you have as sort of an outliner on your health bar, which is pretty cool because it saves a lot of space. So I'm just kind of showing you how those health bars work right here. And then in the middle I've got my health percentage and mana percentage, as well as my target's health and mana. And if I play the druid, I get my combo points right here in the middle. And I also get to see target of target in this little text. And it's color-coded by threat. So red means high threat, and green would mean low threat. So sometimes that's handy for watching aggro. So that's Underhood. For my bars right below that, I'm just using Bartender, and it's kind of a mess right now. I don't actually use these buttons much, except for being in a vehicle and whatnot. I have a hidden bar off to the right for professions and just random crap that I feel like putting over there. I've tucked my bag buttons over here somewhere. Here they are, and made them really tiny. This is Bartender as well. And I made the Blizzard menu is over here and on auto hide. The other thing I use is an add-on called Lib Data Broker, which is basically like a replacement for foobar. So I have a bunch of little plugins for that. I've also got a bar up here for that. One add-on I really like is this thing called ARA Guild, A-R-A Guild, which gives you a nice quick look at who's online from the guild and where they are and their notes. It's pretty cool. Here's Whim, my bug grabber, all my cache, kind of basic stuff. The minimap is Sexy Map. And then for chat, I use an add-on called Chatter, but I've separated my chat boxes into two because I don't like trade to be mixed in with guild. So I've got trade separated, and then I have kind of general chat, and then I've got an even more refined version. It's just guild, party, and raid, so it really cuts out the spam if I want to follow the conversation. The other thing I did with my chat was for raiding and stuff. When I'm not in a city, I have this little macro button I can click right here that flips on Omen, Scada, and Eavesdrop. This is Eavesdrop, is a little visual combat log that I've been using a long time. It's really cool. So let's see what else. This little bit over here, my clock and my armor, is an add-on called SL Data Text that lets you put just little widgets on the screen wherever you would like them. And this guy here is part of a Forte Exorcist, little warlocky thing. It also does my spell timers, which we'll see in a second. And before I get to the combat stuff, one really handy add-on for helping you organize your UI is this thing called Align. It just puts a nice grid on the screen, and you can make sure you've got things centered and balanced on your screen. It's very handy. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you a bit of the combat stuff, and that'll be it. I use an add-on called Power Auras, which I know a bunch of you use, and I basically use it to show me my short cooldowns and short duration debuffs and stuff like that that I need to be keeping track of every 10 seconds, or if there's a critical debuff that I need to know is missing. And I do that with a bunch of auras that, you can ignore these ones over here, that show up just as icons for spells in the center of the screen. So this is kind of where I'm looking during a fight most of the time. So I'll kind of show you how that works with a combat dummy. If I go into combat with my imp, let's see, might have to wand. Yeah, there we go. So my underhood auras show up. I get bolder HP numbers, and I get these icons that are telling me what I need to do. So for example, I need to cast Immolate. I need to do a Bane, so I'm going to do Bane of Doom. I need to put up a Corruption. I need to do a Chaos Bolt, that kind of thing. I need to do a Soulfire debuff. Now Immolate faded, so I got that icon came back up, so I'm going to do Immolate again. And I'm missing the Shadow Bolt debuff. Okay, I just got the proc for Soulfire, so I'll do that. Conflag is ready. Conflag. So basically what I'm trying to do here is play whack-a-mole and keep the icons always not up. And if I don't have any icons on the screen, then I'm good and I just fill with Incinerate. So that's sort of how I do combat. This here is my timer bar. This is part of Forte Exorcist. I like this one a lot too. It actually shows you dot ticks, these little small little lines. It's pretty neat. And so that's about it for combat. I know the priorities in my head. I don't have them laid out in a particular order. That kind of just depends on what's going on in the fight. The other thing I'll say is I'm using this add-on here for soul shards. I know that warlocks only get 3 shards. I got this pretty cool add-on called Nib Point Display. It works for a bunch of classes. So if you're a warrior or a rogue, or I guess they have it for Arcane Blast. I haven't really tried any of these except for the soul shard thing for the warlock, but it's pretty configurable. You can change the size and color and whatnot. Let's see, the only other one I'll mention is I use one called Raven for buffs, so I like the icon style buffs. But I've put my debuffs in a place that's a little easier to see. I don't know if I can actually remember how to do this. So I put my debuffs right around here because again I want them to be more centered, so when I get it it's called to my attention. I also use MSBT to play a little text message right here when I get a debuff, same with my buffs. And that's about it. So hope you find maybe something useful, or if you have any ideas to help me make mine better, that'd be great. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Uh-oh. Got myself too far stuck in now.
Are you guys in our base right now?